Good evening, everyone, and wherever you are in the world, welcome to the first ever official My EPUB quiz brought to you by the wonderful people at myquiz.org. My name is Mark, and I will be your quiz master this evening as we take you through 50 fast-paced questions to see if we can find our overall first ever winner of the EPUB quiz. Now, lots of you already signed in. We've got two screens here so I can see exactly what's going on. And looking over here, we're approaching 300 players, which is wonderful. And an awful lot of you are already in our chat, which is over here. Now, if you are watching on YouTube, which of course you are, otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear me, please make sure you join in with the chat. We love to know where you're playing from. We've already got players here from the UK, from Romania, from India. We've got players in Spain and Germany and Italy, the USA as well. Lots and lots of people signing in, which is wonderful. Do let us know where you are, because we are a quizzing community and we want to know where in the world you're all playing from. Now, what's happening this evening? Well, we've got a fast-paced 50-question quiz for you, and if you've played my quiz before, you'll know that all of the questions are multiple choice, which means that you can take a complete guess at every single one. So, you know, there's something for everybody. But let's have a quick walk through the game rules so you know exactly what's happening. So, it's very simple. We start off with a correct answer being worth 5 points. If you score an incorrect answer, it will be a straight up 0. You get 10 seconds only to answer, and there is a speed bonus awarded of 3, 2, and 1 point to the top 3 fastest players on each question. Now, those speed bonuses can be very, very important, but of course they're very hard to get because we have got hundreds and hundreds of players. If you manage to get just one speed bonus during the evening, you can look at that as being a bit of an achievement. Some of our questions tonight will have multiple answers, so there will be one question, and you will have a number of correct answers that you can click on. Now, with these questions, it's a good opportunity to catch up because each correct answer will be worth 5 points, providing you get them all right. However, on those questions, if you get just one wrong, your other questions, your other correct answers drop down to just 1 point. So if there are 3 possible correct answers and you get them all, that's 15 points. But if you get one wrong, you'll get 2 or maybe 1, depending if you got 2 or 1 right. Now, with those ones, we are a little bit more generous. We'll give you 15 seconds to answer those ones because there's a bit more information to read. We do have questions which we call first letter questions as well. With these questions, it's still multiple choice, but we only offer you one letter in the answer options. You need to know what the correct answer is, know what letter that answer begins with, and click on that letter. It could not be any easier. So the rules are very, very straightforward. Let's have another quick peek over at the feed. Sunny Blackpool, good evening to Karen, who's joining us from there. We've got the Mason's Arms down in Wales there. Lots of players from Wales joining us. I love Wales. It's a wonderful place to be. I'm looking forward to visiting again. Dubai, Serena, good evening to you for joining. Sylvia and Alina are coming in to play as well. I believe they're regulars from my quiz here in Eastern Europe. And I will say a quick hello to all of my regular quizzes in the UK and in Eastern Europe. I do hope lots of you are joining us this evening. So, as I say, we have a fun yet competitive quiz. No prizes to be won. We're just looking to get some brownie points with our friends and a bit of kudos, you know, with those that you're playing against. You feel free to chat as we go, and let's just have as much fun as we can. If you have any problems as we play, if the servers give up on us, or if we have any internet issues or anything like that, please just refresh your handsets or whatever you're playing on, and if we miss an answer for whatever reason, we apologise in advance. However, that very, very rarely happens. But we are at the beck and call, of course, of the internet. So why are we with my quiz? Well, let's give you a quick bit of background. I am a professional quiz master and a professional presenter, and just like an awful lot of people, I lost all of my work back in March when we had this terrible COVID situation hit, and so we had to quickly turn things around, and we decided to partner with My Quiz and use their platform in order to deliver some fun events to our regular customers, and it just grew and grew and grew to the point where we do lots of charity quizzes, lots of corporate quizzes, and lots of regular quizzes as well. My Quiz decided that we should try and bring our entire world quizzing community together, and that is what you're watching right now, this quiz. So, let's have some fun. Lots of people still signing in. Good evening to Jay, who appears to be a big fan. That's rather lovely. Karen is in Notts in the UK. Thank you for playing along as well. Hello to Manish, who's in India. Lots of our friends in India are joining us tonight. And well done to you guys, because I'm well aware that it's midnight, just about there. So staying up into the middle of the night in order for you to play this quiz. I think that's very admirable. Well done, you. Karis is saying, go Mason's Arms. So lots of regulars, it appears, from the Mason's Arms, I believe, in Wales there. So do carry on in the chat. We will get going very, very soon. We've still got people that are signing in. We can still see our numbers are going up. We know that people always sign into these quizzes at the last minute. We want to make sure that everybody gets to join. You can still join in, of course, after the quiz has started. If you are watching this stream and you're wondering what the heck you should be doing, just look below me. Right below, you can see myquiz.org. You need to do that. Go to myquiz.org on your phone, your tablet, or your laptop and enter that code 463250 to enter the game. Watch this stream on your TV or a second laptop and play along, and we'll talk you all the way through it. We're going to start very, very soon, Alan, within the next minute or two. Martin is joining from Kenya, first player signing in from Kenya. Good evening to you. Good evening to Corneliu, one of our regular players here in Eastern Europe. And Manish is feeling sleepy, so maybe to please Manish, we should think about getting going. All right then, we do not have breaks, everybody. 10 seconds to answer, a 30-second gap between each question, and we go all the way through. It is very fast-paced. And good luck to you. So if you are ready, and if you are ready to become our first ever ePub Quiz champion, we will go over to my quiz and we will start you off. Let's go to our main screen first of all. And you will see the questions below me as well as on your handset. Good luck, everybody. We put you onto your 3, 2, 1 countdown and let's quiz. Let's do this. And your first question, which vitamin has the chemical name retinol? Which vitamin has the chemical name retinol? Just tap away, take a guess if you're not sure. Remember, if you get it fastest, you will get some bonus points as well. We've got Yash joining us from Kenya as well. The correct answer here, with 44.6% of you getting it right, is vitamin A. Nice, easy question to kick a lot of you off. And Yulia P goes straight into the lead with 8. Andra has 7. K1 Punjwan has 6. Zabino 5. And Dana has 5. Now, there are players on 5 points there. You are tied. Now, we separate you when you're tied with another player over who got the question either correct, or if you both got it correct, who got it quickest. Okay, so there is a big advantage to answering these questions quickly. Here comes your next question, number 2. The cartoon Rick and Morty started as a parody of which classic film? Blade Runner, The Matrix, Back to the Future, or The Goonies? The cartoon Rick and Morty started as a parody of which film? Your time is up. The correct answer here was C, Back to the Future. Back to the Future is the correct answer. If you've watched Rick and Morty, I'm sure you would have known that. And a huge 75.7% getting it right. Alpha Kenny Body goes into the lead with 13 points. Yulia has 13. Andrew 12. Griff 11. And K1 Punjwan 11 as well. So as you can see, it's very easy to get into the top 5. And if you do, I will be reading out your name. So get into the top 5 and we will give you a bit of a shout out. Vivek, keep going, mate. Just try and get your internet connection back. You do need it to play. Next question, number 3. Which place in California has the town motto, "It's not our fault"? Which place in California has the motto, "It's not our fault"? Nice to have you back, Isaac. Good of you to join us. Correct answer here is San Andreas. A nice easy one to guess, that one, isn't it? The San Andreas fault, of course, is what they're referring to. And Nosy Noisy now goes into the lead with 18 points. But we have a three-way tie at the top, purely split on who is answering quickest. So Nosy Noisy leading with 18. Griff is tied on 18 in second. Yulia P in third with 18. Andra has 17. And Micah Trompetta, you have 15 points there. All right, here comes your next question. Number 4. So question number 4. On average, which of these crops uses the most water to grow? Rice, almonds, avocados, or oranges? Rice, almonds, avocados, or oranges. Make sure you're nice and quick and you select something. And the correct answer here was B, almonds. And look at this, just 12.1% of you getting it right. Yeah, it's a misnomer that people think it's rice. It's actually almonds. It takes a gallon of water to produce one nut, which is just insane, isn't it? So just 12.1% of you getting it right. And that means we have an outright leader in Yulia P with 23 points. Christy Florin, 21 points. Dino, you've got 20. You are into third place, buddy. Ruxy, 20. And Dana has 20 as well. Yeah, there's a surprise for you, Alina. We're going to teach you some stuff tonight. Next question, number 5. It's a first letter question. What is the full name of the sports star that uses this logo? Please look at the picture. What is the full name of the sports star that uses this logo? Catalin, I'd like to think we've got answers for everybody. Questions and answers for everybody, as you will see. N is the correct answer here. 19.6% of you getting Novak Djokovic. Lots of you going for D, but that is not his full name. You must listen to the questions nice and carefully. Elijah goes into the lead with 25. He's tied with Bula, 25 points. Little old wine drinker, 24. Yulia has 23. Christy Florin is in 5th place with 21 points. Next question coming up. This is question number 6 out of 50. Have a look at the picture. It's the national flag of which country? The national flag of which country? Time is up. Let's see how you've gone here. Now, we've chosen countries there that have the same colours on their flags, but the correct answer here is Venezuela, and 44.9% of you getting that one right. Chad, Colombia and Moldova, they all use the same yellow, blue and red colours on their flags. Bula, 30 points. Outright leader, just by 1 point though. Little Old Wine Drinker has 29. Yulia B, 28. Dino still in the top 5 with 27 points. And Christy Florin hanging around in the top 5 as well. You have 26. Here comes your next question. This is question number 7. How many kilometres does light travel in 1 second? How many kilometres does light travel in 1 second? Be quick and get your answers in. And your time is up. Let's see how you've answered here. A real tricky question, but a pretty darn huge amount of you getting this. 52.3% getting the right answer of 299,792, which makes light speed in miles per hour 670,616,629 miles per hour. But I know most of you probably knew that. Bula still leads the way from Little Old Wine Drinker. Dino in third place with 32. Christy Florin, 31, and Quizby, you're coming into the top 5 for the first time. Good evening to you. You have 30 points. Next question, number 8. In what year was beer officially classed as an alcoholic drink in Russia? In what year was beer officially classed as an alcoholic drink in Russia? We have got some players from Russia tonight. Hopefully they'll get this one right. And time is up, rather amazingly, just 2011. Before that, it was classified as a soft drink. 35% then getting it right, the majority of you, which is great. Dino goes into the lead. Well done, you're on 37 points with a 2-point lead over Gorpik. Good evening to you, into the top 5 for the first time. Quizby moves up to third place on 35. Slowest Finger has 35 as well. And Dana, you've got 35 points as well. So you 4, you're separated over who got it quickest or who got it correct. Here's your next one, number 9. Which musician released this album in 2010? Please look at the picture on your handsets or your screens. Which musician released this album in 2010? Time is up. The correct answer here is Kanye West, and it does look like the sort of album cover that you would relate to Taylor Swift, and nearly 40% of you went for that, but no, it's called My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and it is by Kanye West. Bula, back to the top of the tree, 40 points. You're tied with Alex on 40 points. Little Old Wine Drinker, 39 points in third place. Dino RJ, you've got 37, you drop down to 4th, and Fish, 1198, you come in to our top 5 for the first time. Good evening to you. You have 35 points, and here's your next question, number 10. Look at the picture. What's the name of this popular chocolate bar? Sold everywhere, pretty much regardless of which country you're in. You've probably got this chocolate bar there. But which one is it? Time is up. That is a Lion Bar, and 58% of you getting that one right. Yeah, Lion Bar, one of my favourite chocolate bars. Not that you needed to know, but it is. We still have a tie with Alex and Bula, but Alex goes into the lead because he got that one quicker than Bula. Those two both have 45. Dino, third place with 42. Dr. Sheldon Cooper comes into the top 5. Good evening to you, as does Elijah. Both of those two players on 40 points. New players into our top 5. Get into the top 5, I'll give you a shout out. 10 questions down, you've still got 40 to go. Loads of points to be had. Here's your next one, number 11. And it's multiple answer. Select 3 singers that performed on the song Lady Marmalade, released in 2001. So select 3 answers. Get them all right, you get big points. Let's see if this shakes up our top 5. Oh, it did a little bit. Look at this. So we were looking for Lil' Kim, Pink and Maya. The 4th singer was Christina Aguilera. And the image that we've used there with none of the singers in is from the movie Moulin Rouge, which the song appeared in. Alex and Bula both getting everything there. They're on 60 points. Mihai, 3rd place with 55. Dana has 55. And Dr. Sheldon Cooper has 55 as well. So just 5 points separate our top 5 players. It's nice and close and still plenty of time for everybody to catch up. Here's number 12. Which of these NFL teams is named after a poem by Edgar Allan Poe? Which of these NFL teams is named after a poem by Edgar Allan Poe? Baltimore is the correct answer. The Baltimore Ravens, inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's poem The Raven. It was chosen in a fan vote, and they even call their team mascot Poe, which is rather cool. Bula and Alex both getting that one, 65 points. They're flip-flopping between them, depending on who answers quickest. Dr. Sheldon Cooper has 60, Dana 60, and Serial Quizzer into the top 5. Good evening to you. You have 60 points as well. Next question coming up. This will be question number 13. Which cartoon character was created in 1929 by the cartoonist Alzey Chrysler Sagar? Your 4 options are there. Tricky question. There he is in the picture. The correct answer here is D, Popeye, and huge 40% of you getting that one right. I thought that was a tricky question, but well done if you got it. Popeye is the correct answer. Our 2 top players getting it right, so it's Alex with 70, Bula with 70. Those 2, we cannot separate them at the moment. Mihai in 3rd place with 65. Serial Quizzer moves up a little bit into 4th place, also with 65 points, and our 5th place also has 65 points as well. Excuse me. Good evening to you guys. 5 points then, still separating our top 5. Nice and close. Here's number 14. Which of these teams did not play in the first FIFA World Cup held in 1930? Which of these teams did not play in the first FIFA World Cup held in 1930? Your time is up. Let's see what you've gone for. This is a tough one as well. And look at this, just 13.5% of you getting this one right. The correct answer is Italy. Uruguay won that tournament when they hosted it, and they beat Argentina in the final 4-2. And Bula got that one right, and our tied leader Alex got it wrong, so he drops back. It's Bula in the lead with 75, Mihai 70, Alex has 70, Andrew comes back into our top 5 with 67, and Serial Quizzer is still hanging around the top 5 as well. 65 points for you. Question number 15 out of 50. Which of these inventions came first? Which of these 4 inventions came first? Be quick, be quick. Your time is nearly up, and it is up. Let's see how you've answered here. Fax machine is the correct answer. Now, you won't believe this, but 17.4% of you did get it right. Can you believe it was the first used in 1865 in France? The telephone came along 11 years later. Television was in 1927, and the Wright brothers flew in 1903. Alex got it. Bula did not. Alex, 75, and Bula, 75 as well. Both tied. Mihai has 70, still in 3rd place. Serial Quizzer, 70. Andrew's still in our top 5. She has 67. Next question, number 16. Which of these actors is the nephew of the actor that played Norm on Cheers? Is it Jason Sudeikis or Jason Bateman? They're good friends. They're in lots of films together, but one of them is the nephew of Norm. Jason Sudeikis is the correct answer, but most of you went for Jason Bateman, just 41% of you getting it right. George Wendt is the uncle, and he played Norm Peterson on the brilliant sitcom Cheers. Alex and Bula both get it. Serial Quizzer into 3rd place, 75 points. Dr. Sheldon Cooper making a bit of a comeback here, 70 points. And Dana, you also have 70 points. So it's a 10-point gap now from 1st through till 5th, but still loads and loads of points up for grabs. Let's try another one. This will be question number 17. In which European city would you find these taxis? Look at the picture. In which European city would you find these taxis? This particular city is quite well known for these taxis, but where is it? Barcelona is the correct answer here, and the majority of you getting it, 39.8%, knowing that they are Barcelona cabs, the famous black and yellow cabs of Barca. Alex, 85, Bula, 85. James D comes into our top 5 for the first time, straight into 3rd place with 75 points, but it's a tie as it stands with Dr. Sheldon Cooper and Serial Quizzer, who have both been hanging around the top 5 for a while. So good evening to you, James. Well done. You're in the top 5. Let's see if we can get some more new players into that top 5. Number 18. It's a first letter question. Look at the picture. What is the surname of this family? Your answer will begin with one of those letters. What is the surname of this family? Tricky? Let's find out. Was it tricky? Not so much. Just about half of you getting it. 50.5% of you getting it. Irwin is the correct answer. That is the family of Steve Irwin with his Hollywood star. Steve Irwin, of course, the adventurer and wildlife expert who passed away back in 2006. Bula and Alex both have 90. They're still tied. We're going to have a right old battle tonight. Serial Quizzer, 80 points. Dr. Sheldon Cooper, 80. And Excuse Me, 80 as well. So we have lots of ties here. Get it fast and you will go above someone that has the same score, remember. Number 19, in 1991, which band released a song that was accidentally named after the fragrance of a women's deodorant? Your time is up. Let's see how you've answered. Nirvana is the correct answer here, and if you didn't get this one, you're going to kick yourself because it was the song Smells Like Teen Spirit. Teen Spirit was indeed a very popular deodorant in the early 90s with teenage girls, and you can read the information on your screens. Bula and Alex both get it. Dr. Sheldon Cooper gets it. He's got 85. James D has 85, and Serial Quizzer has 85 as well. So we still have this tie at the top, and then the tie for third place as well. 10 points separate our top 5. Number 20, how tall in meters is the famous sculpture David by Michelangelo? Now, look, we've put it in the picture there, but can you work out how tall it is? And your time is up. 5 meters is the correct answer. That was a tricky one. If you've seen it, even if you've seen it, I mean, it is huge, but it's always quite hard to remember just how big. 36.6% of you getting that one right then. 5 meters is the correct answer. And Alex and Bula still tied at the top. But being caught a little bit here, Serial Quizzer has 90, Dr. Sheldon Cooper has 90, and James D has 90 as well. So all of a sudden, it's just 5 points that separate our top 5 players. Alex and Bula still leading the way, having a right old tussle, but can someone overtake them? Let's have a look. Next question. It's a logo question. It's the logo for which country's national airline? Bulgaria, Mexico, Hungary, or Italy? Bulgaria, Mexico, Hungary, or Italy? Who uses that logo? Now, this was a tricky one as well because we selected 4 countries there that all use the same colours on their flag, but that is the logo for Bulgaria Air, and 31.5% of you getting it. Alex and Bula have broken 100 points after 21 questions. They are still tied though. Dr. Sheldon Cooper got it, Serial Quizzer got it, and Exquizme got it, so they remain just behind the 2 leaders, just by 5 points. Just one correct answer could change absolutely everything. 21 questions down. Here comes question number 22. Which of the following was not named after the person that invented it? Which of those 4 options was not named after the person that invented it? Time is up. Ray-Ban sunglasses, and the clue's in the question really, isn't it? Ray-Ban, they do what they say on the tin, as we used to say in the UK. They ban rays. They ban the sun rays, hence the name. 34.7% of you getting it right, and actually Alex, our long-time leader, has got it wrong. So Bula, outright leader with 105. Serial Quizzer into second place with 100. Alex drops back to third, but with 100. Mihai, 98. And Nick Perro, good evening to you, coming in to our top 5 with 97. 8 points separate our top 5 players. Number 23, Javier Sotomayor of Cuba has been the world record holder in which athletics event since 1993. Now that's a long time to hold an athletics record in track and field. But which event? The high jump is the correct answer, and exactly 42% of you getting that right. 2.45 metres, which is 8 feet and a quarter inches. Quite ridiculous. Bula gets it, stays in the lead, 110. Serial Quizzer, 105. Alex, 105. Nick Perro moves up a place, 103. But you are tied with Mihai on 103 as well. So a couple of bonus points for 1 or 2 of our top players there. And we have 7 points separating our top 5. Approaching halfway, but here's number 24. What is the name of a type of Aboriginal hunting stick which is like a boomerang but doesn't come back? It sounds like that is a joke, but this is a real thing. And your time is up. Now, this particular type of stick is called a Kylie, and it's far more popular with the Aboriginal hunters than a boomerang ever was. It doesn't come back because it's designed to hit the prey and knock them out, as it were. Bula gets it, 115. Serial Quizzer, 110. Mihai into third, 108. Dr. Sheldon Cooper comes back into our top 5, 105. Alex is dropping back a little bit. He's on 105 as well. He's in the 5th place position. Thanks, Win. Halfway, 25 first letter. Look at the picture. It's the logo for which animation company? It did look an awful lot like a banana, but bananas will come back if you throw them correctly, won't they, Win? I would imagine. They're kind of curved. Don't go and try that now. So, the correct answer here was D. Dean for DreamWorks Animation, and a huge 66.1% of you getting that one right. We are at the halfway point, and Bula leads with 120 points. Serial Quizzer 115, Mihai 114, Dr. Sheldon Cooper has 110, and Alex also has 110. 25 questions down, 25 to go. We're still looking for your next multiple answer question. It will be soon. A big chance for you to get some points and try and catch up. All right, here comes question number 26. And it is multiple answer. Select the 3 active volcanoes in Italy. There are 3 currently active volcanoes in Italy. What are they called? Time is up. Tricky question. Will this change our top 5 a little bit? We were looking for Vesuvius, Etna, and Stromboli. Chimney, that last erupted in 90,000 BC, so that can't really be called active. And Lipari, that was in 729 AD, so again, not really active. So well done if you got the 3 of them. Bula did, and he leads the way still. 135. Serial Quizzer, 130. Mihai, 129. Alex making a bit of a comeback, 127. Dr. Sheldon Cooper, he has 125, and we've got a 10-point spread over our top 5. Next question coming up. Which song by the Beatles ends with a note sustained for more than 40 seconds? Which song by the Beatles ends with a note sustained for more than 40 seconds? Any Beatles fans here? Let's have a look. Well, not that many. 23% only getting this one right. A Day in the Life is the correct answer. It's one of my favourite Beatles songs. I absolutely love it. Bula got it and picked up a little bonus there as well. So it's 140 for Bula. Mihai, second place now with 134. Serial Quizzer, 130. Alex, 127. And Dr. Sheldon Cooper, 125. We've had the same 5 or so players in the top 5 for quite a while. Let's see if we can get a brand new player getting into that top 5. Here's number 28. The longest fence in the world measures more than 3,488 miles long and can be found in which country? So the longest fence in the world. Where is it? It's Australia. Australia actually doesn't just have the longest fence in the world, it has the second longest fence in the world. The longest fence in the world they call the dingo fence, and it was obviously put up to keep dingoes out of the fertile southeast part of the country. But they also have a fence which is the rabbit-proof fence, which there is a very famous film made about as well. Bula, 145 points. Mihai, 139. Serial Quizzer, 135. Alex, 132. And Dr. Sheldon Cooper, 130. Still looking for some new players to get into that top 5? Here's another one, number 29. The last line of which science fiction film is, "Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you"? It's one of those 4 films under your nose. Which one is it? Tap on the correct one. And your time is up. Let's see how you've done here. The Matrix is the correct answer. Tricky question, but 36.7%, which is the majority, getting it right. Bula, 145, but being caught by Serial Quizzer, who's on 140. Mihai's also making some moves here. He's got 139, just 6 points off the lead. Alex has 132, and then it's 2 more points back to Dr. Sheldon Cooper on 130, and we're still looking for some more players to get into that top 5. Are these 5 stretching away? Let's see. We move on to question number 30. What does the E stand for in the acronym MPEG? What does the E stand for in the acronym MPEG? Time is up. Let's see what you've gone for here. Energy, Even, Express, and Experts were your choices, and Experts is the correct answer. And amazingly, just 19.8% of you getting that one right. It is MPEG stands for Moving Picture Experts Group. Bula got it, and it was a good question for him because his nearest rivals got it wrong. So it's Bula with 152, Serial Quizzer 140, Mihai 139, Alex 137, closing the gap a little bit on the guys ahead of him, and Dr. Sheldon Cooper 7 points back now on 130. Next question, number 31. In the cartoon Scooby-Doo, who is the owner of the gang's van known as the Mystery Machine? So who owns the Mystery Machine? This particular person tends to drive it all the time as well. Daphne, Shaggy, Velma or Fred are your options. And time is up. The correct answer was Fred, and 54.4% of you getting it. So you do know your cartoons, which is good. Bula gets it and gets a little cheeky bonus as well. He seems to be the man to beat this evening. 157 points from Mihai, 144. Alex, 142. Serial Quizzer, 140. And Nick Perro back into the top 5. You've got 133. So we've broken up that top 5 a little bit. Let's see if we can get some more people in there. Next question, number 32. Which modern-day country was once known as German Southwest Africa? Which modern-day country was once known as German Southwest Africa? Time is up. Correct answer here. Let's see what you've gone for. Was Namibia, option letter D, sorry. 37.9% of you getting that one right, which was the majority, so well done. Bula, 162, he got it. Mihai keeps that second place with 149. Alex, 147. Serial Quizzer, 145. And Nick Perro, 138. Lots of people really happy that we had a Scooby-Doo question in there. Just the one. There won't be any more. We might have some more cartoon questions. We'll see. Still 18 questions to go. Here's number 33. In 1961, which artist had a painting hung upside down at the Museum of Modern Art in New York for 46 days without anyone noticing? It was one of those 4 popular artists. Which one? That is the painting in the picture, and it's by Henri Matisse. 24.3% of you getting it. It's called Le Bateau, and it was a stockbroker called, what was his name? It was, it was a lady, Genevieve Haber. She spotted it, notified a guard, they turned it the right way up. There you go. Bula gets it, 167. Mihai, 154. Serial Quizzer into third place with 150. Alex has 147. Dr. Sheldon Cooper, you've got 141. Next question coming up. This will be question 34 of 50. What was the birth surname of the human rights activist Malcolm X? What was the birth surname of the human rights activist Malcolm X? Time's up. Small, large, little and bigger are your options, and the correct answer was Little, and I'm pleased to say 62% of you getting it right. Born Malcolm Little on May the 19th, 1925. Bula building a real lead here. It's going to be tough to catch him, I think. 172 points. Serial Quizzer 155 in second place. Mihai with 154, just 1 point off our runners-up spot at the moment. Alex is still hanging around with 147, and we've still got Nick in the top 5 at the moment as well on 144 points. Here's question number 35. Which country was the first to allow women to vote? Finland, Canada, Ireland or Australia are your options. Finland, Canada, Ireland or Australia? So a history question there, and the first country that allowed women to vote was Australia. 19.5% of you getting it right. All the way back in 1902, they became the first. Finland became the first European country in 1906. Bula, just not getting too much wrong at the moment. 177. Mihai, 159, back into second place. Serial Quizzer drops to third, 155. Alex has 147, and Hello Arena coming into the top 5. You've got 145 points. So, well done to Arena, breaking up the boys there a little bit. Next question, number 36. Which of these is not a prime number? So a math question for you. Which of your 4 options is not a prime number? Looks tricky, but is it? Well, it was a little bit. 37.8%, 327. It can be divided, obviously, by 1 in itself, and also the numbers 3 and 109. The others can only be divided by 1 and themselves. Bula, 182. A really big lead over Mihai on 164. Serial Quizzer, 160. Nick Perro moves up just 1 spot, 149. Alex, 147. So Bula really laying down a marker here. 14 questions to go. Can anybody catch him up? Number 37. If a month contains a Friday the 13th, on what day of the week was the first of the month? Now, this is quite easy if you have lots of time to think about it, but we give you just 10 seconds. Let's see how you've answered. Is it tricky? It was a little bit. The correct answer is Sunday. 33.5% of you getting that one right. Those are horrible questions. We do apologise, but you know, we've got to throw the odd tricky one in. Bula, 187. Serial Quizzer back into that second position with 165. Mihai, 164. Nick Perro, 154. And Alex, who has stayed in our top 5 for almost the entire quiz, he's got 152. Come on, guys. Let's see if we can get some new names in that top 5. Here comes question number 38. In which city was the very first Hard Rock Cafe opened in 1971? In which city was the very first Hard Rock Cafe opened in 1971? It appears I'm upsetting some of my regular quizzes with maths questions. London is the correct answer. Just 12.1% of you getting this one. It was opened on June the 14th, 1971, Old Park Lane, Mayfair, London. It was opened by some Americans, but it opened in London. Bula, 187. Serial Quizzer, 165. Mihai, 164. Nick Perro, 154. And Alex, 152. So if you were one of the 12.1% to get that one right, you have just caught our leaders up a little bit. Well done to you. Tricky, tricky question. Most of you going for New York there, which is understandable. Number 39. What is measured using a Brannock device? What is measured using a Brannock device? It's something in or part of your body. Something to do with the human body, but what is it? Let's see what you've gone with. Now, a Brannock device is used to measure your foot, and if you've ever been to a shoe store, particularly when you're a youngster, when you're a child, you get your foot measured and they do that little scale. That's called a Brannock device. 34.1% of you getting it then. Bula got it, 192. Serial Quizzer, 165. Just 1 point ahead of Mihai on 164. Nick You've got 159, Alex 157. We've still got this same 5 here. Come on, guys. You've got 11 questions to go. Let's get someone else into this top 5. Number 40. The MotoGP legend Valentino Rossi always races with which number on his bike? So, Valentino Rossi, what number does he have on his bike? Let's have a look. 43, 44, 46 or 45 were your options, and 42% of you getting the number 46. Vali Rossi, probably regarded as the greatest motor bike racer of all time. 9 world titles, 7 of which were in the Premier class. He is quite astonishing. Bula, 198. Mihai, 172. Nick Perro jumps up into 3rd place with 166. Serial Quizzer down to 4th with 165. And Alex, 162. Still the same top 5 roughly, isn't it? Come on, let's see, get someone else there. Number 41. What was the name of this pinball game in the picture that was first included with Windows 95? We all played this when we were trying to get off work. Well, if you're of a certain age like me. Pretending that you were working on a spreadsheet, but you had this going. Space Cadet, 34.9% of you getting that one right. It was that or Solitaire. Solitaire was for the older people. We played Space Cadet. Bula breaks 200 points. He's got 203, and he's got a 26-point gap over Mihai on 177. Serial Quizzer, 170. Nick Perro, 166. And Alex, 162. All right, your next question is coming up. Bula with quite a lead here. Number 42. Which city has the most Michelin-starred restaurants? Which city has the most Michelin-starred restaurants? You're right. Minesweeper was a fun game as well, but that was far too intelligent for me. I just like to push buttons. Tokyo is the correct answer here, and it's been it's had the most restaurants for 13 consecutive years, I think it is, and 42.4% of you knew that. Bula 208, Mihai 2nd place 182, Serial Quizzer into 3rd with 175, Nick 172, and Alex 167. Still the same players, but we've got 8 questions left. Can somebody else get into that top 5? Your next question is coming up. This will be question 43 out of 50. We're in the home straight. In sign language, what letter does this gesture represent? Look at the picture. H, L, P or R? Hopefully a few of you might be signers. You might well know this. But take a guess if you're not sure. The correct answer is H. And I like to think you've learned a little bit of something there. 23.9% getting it. Bula didn't get it, but his rivals didn't really get it either. 208 for Bula, Mihai 182, Serial Quizzer 175, Nick Perro 172, and Alex, you've got 167. Win, that's a very good question. I don't know if it's the same gesture for ASL or BSL, but feel free to look it up and let us know. We'd love to be corrected. There's no problem with that. Number 44, what is the most abundant protein in the human body? What is the most abundant protein in the human body? That's another tricky question. It's collagen. Collagen, but look at this, over half of you getting it, 50.3%. So keratin is your hair, nails, I think we all know that, but collagen is far more prevalent. That's found in bone and cartilage. Obviously, we have a lot more of that. Bula, 213. Mihai, 187. Serial Quizzer with that 3rd place position at the moment, 180. Nick Perro, 177. Sheldon Cooper comes into the top 5 again with 171. 6 questions remain. It's Bula's to lose here. Question number 45. In 2003, who became the first victim on the MTV show Punk'd? Who became the first victim on the MTV show Punk'd in 2003? And your time is up. Let's have a look and see how you've answered. Justin Timberlake is the correct answer. You've all got very good memories because 43.2% of you getting it right. He was led to believe that government agents were seizing his home and valuables because of unpaid income taxes. It was all a setup. Bula, 213, being caught up ever so slightly by Mihai. He's got 192. Serial Quizzer, 180. Nick Perro, 177. And Arena comes back into our top 5. You've got 175. So is it too late for anyone to catch Bula? Let's have a look. Which of these elements is not a liquid around room temperature? Which of these elements is not a liquid around room temperature? So a 21-point gap for Bula here. The rest of you need him to get a couple wrong. And he did just get one wrong. It's magnesium. 47.6% of you getting it right. Bromine and mercury are always liquid at room temperature. And if you put gallium in your hand, that will just melt. Magnesium, you do not want to put that on your hand. It's likely to explode. So Bula 213 is 16 points now with 4 questions remaining. Could Mihai catch him? I don't know. Nick Perro third, Serial Quizzer fourth, and Dr. Sheldon Cooper in fifth. 16 points. Could it happen? Let's see. Next question, number 47. First letter, which country is this in green? A, P, C, or B? Yeah, as we said, when gallium will melt. If you pick that lump up and put it in your hand, it will lightly melt. Okay, time is up. Bula gets back to answering questions correctly just in time as well. B for Bolivia. That is Bolivia. So it's still 14 points because Mihai managed to get it as well. So Bula with 218, Mihai 204. Nick, you've got 188. Serial Quizzer 185. Dr. Sheldon Cooper has 181. We have 3 questions remaining. If Bula gets one wrong here and Mihai gets one right, it could tie it up for that last question, which will have multiple answers. So, important question. Here we go, number 48. In the opening credits of The Simpsons, which of the family is the second to appear? Now, we've all seen The Simpsons. We've seen the credits a million times. But which of the family is the second to appear? Time is up. Important question for our top players here. Okay, it's Homer. Bart is the first, and then it's Homer. Just 22.2% of you getting it right. And would you believe it? Our top players managed to get it wrong. That was a big chance there for Mihai to catch up. Bula got it wrong, 218. Mihai, 204. Nick, 188. Dr. Sheldon Cooper goes up a place, 186. Serial Quizzer has 185. The same really applies. If Bula gets one wrong here, and Mihai gets it right, it will put the pressure on for the final question. Here is your penultimate question, everybody. It's question number 49. Which of these is not a species of crocodile? Which of these is not a species of crocodile? Your 4 options are on your screen. Take a guess, take a guess. And time is up. Sumatran striped is the correct answer here. 28% of you getting it. Sumatran striped is actually a species of rabbit. Orinoco, mugger and dwarf, believe it or not, are indeed all species of crocodiles. So Bula looks to have done enough, but we do have one question remaining. Bula, Mihai, Nick Perro, Dr. Sheldon Cooper and Serial Quizzer are your top 5. We have one question remaining, everybody. It will be multiple answer. Good luck with this. This is your chance to get big points. Here's your final question for the first ever EPUB quiz. This is number 50. Select 3 actors that have never won an acting Oscar. Select 3 actors that have never won an acting Oscar. We're giving you 15 seconds to go through these, but your time is up. And we were looking for Jake Gyllenhaal, 25.4%. William Dafoe, Johnny Depp as well. Some of you went for Nicolas Cage, but he won Best Actor in 1996 for Leaving Las Vegas. Denzel, he won Best Supporting Actor in 1999 for Glory, which is a wonderful film, and Best Actor for Training Day in 2002. So, your winner tonight, the very first world champion for the My EPUB quiz, will be Bula. He thoroughly deserves it, having led from pretty much, the beginning all the way, and he finished up with a huge score of 238, and we will give you some sprinkles. There you go. Bula, you are our winner. Mihai, you come in second on 219. Serial Quizzer, 200. Let's round out your top 10. Alex, well done to you. 197 points. You were there all the way, buddy. You just fell back slightly at the end. Nick Perro comes in 5th place, 195. Pratik, you've got 189. Top 10 for you. Dr. Sheldon Cooper, 188. Arena, so close, you kept popping into the top 5, but you finished in the top 10, which is very, very good. Arena, you had 187. Maria Manescu, you have 186, and your top 10 is rounded out with Exquisme on 184 points. So well done to our first winner, Bula. Congratulations to you. Let's take you up to our main screen and make me a little bit bigger. Okay, lots of people saying well done to you over here. I really hope you enjoyed this quiz. Now, make sure you leave us some feedback on the My Quiz Facebook page. That would be lovely. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Do you like the format? Do you want us to try some other things? Would you like us to do this again? Of course. There are some things that we would love you to do. We want to be able to communicate to you as much as possible when these quizzes are happening. So make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're watching this stream on. This is the official My Quiz YouTube channel, and if you subscribe, you'll always know when we're going live. You'll always get updates, and that will really help us. Now, you can also share this quiz and show people the video that you've just played in. If we're going to do this again, we'd love to get even more players from around the world. Now, we literally have had a world quiz tonight. Players, as we've seen, from Kenya, from Russia, from Romania, from the UK, from the USA, from the UAE. We've got players across Europe. It's wonderful to bring you all together at once and get you all playing. So please consider subscribing to this channel. My name's been Mark. I've been your Quizmaster. It's been an absolute pleasure to do this with you, and I really hope that we will return soon to do another quiz with you. As I say, make sure you leave plenty of feedback over on the My Quiz Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody, and we will see you again soon, I hope.